So the Beholder is like this mascot monster of Dungeons and Dragons, right? It's this great ball of one eye, giant mouth, couple tentacles that also have eyes. For those who are uninitiated, don't know what a Beholder is. But they have this one static trait about every single Beholder, is that they think they are the best. Beyond belief, they are 100% sure that they are the greatest Beholder, and other Beholders are jealous of them and want to take their lives because, obviously, I'm the most important and best. And I love them for this. So, a little backstory on Beholders. Beholders are things from, in Dungeons & Dragons, are things from beyond the stars. They are basically aliens, and just serve as such as just this oddity in the world that is very powerful and is pretty much insane. Like, they sit there and they think of all these different concepts of how adventurers are going to come slay them, or another Beholder is going to come and slay them, or try to at least, because they are that important to everything going on, whether or not they've done anything. So, you know, are you riding sharks that you gave arms that can dig through the ground? Beholder's ready for that. It is. And I think it's interesting that Beholders themselves actually create other Beholders, not by anything akin to sex or anything like that. Beholders create other Beholders by dreaming about them. They're like, what if there was another of me? They'll sit there and they'll dream, and eventually, poof, another Beholder. It's not exactly there, but there's another one. Which actually gives a really interesting idea of someone, like, if you could manage to somehow charm a Beholder or constantly affect its dreams to keep breeding Beholders in order to take over, like, it would never work together per se, but in order to just flood someplace with the things, because they are very powerful, and maybe just, like, I want to wipe out this fucking continent. I have gotten a hold of these Beholders, I have somehow charmed them, and now they're just breeding other Beholders nonstop when I force them to go to sleep. That might be a fun idea to work with at some point. But nevertheless, but anything Beholders dream about actually happens. If they dream about death, they might turn into a death tyrant, which is basically a Beholder lich. They can make areas just... They basically augment reality by dreaming. Now, all that being said, there's one thing that isn't, like... It's the non-common thing. Where is the hipster Beholder? Because A, Beholders, in theory, believe that they're the best species, so they don't work a lot with other species. 2, they despise everything. And, I mean, I want the hipster Beholder. I want this Beholder who... It's like, I'm better than all the other Beholders because I don't follow exactly what they do. I work with adventurers. I'm a good guy. And just this smarmy asshole Beholder who's like, I'm definitely better. But, I mean, you guys are, you know, you're pretty close. I mean, I can cast magic without talking. I mean, like, nothing else can do that. But, you know, you guys are trying, I guess. You know, one day, yeah, I'm like here, and you're here, but one day you'll be like here. And then we can just, you know, we'll work things out. And honestly, I think I would, if a player asked me, and I could figure out a way to work with it, I would maybe let them play a hipster Beholder. I mean, this is a video just basically about character concepts. I've got a couple other of these planned. I know I said more material will probably pop up this week, and I might get in a second episode this week. It might be this weekend. But Fridays, as always, I will probably put up an episode, and that's what this will be today. Hipster Beholders. I mean, other things it would have to do is it actually leaves its lair. Beholders are very much akin to staying in one place and staying there. Just, no, we're not leaving. We're agoraphobic, I think is the term. And I mean, the most well-known beholder is Xanathar. I kept saying Xanthers for the longest time. Xanathar from Waterdeep, who runs a thieves guild. So, in essence, he does work with other species, but they are his subordinates, and they steal odds and ends for him. He has a giant library, and he has a fish. He has a goldfish that if anything were to happen to it, he would just lose his mind. It would be the worst thing possible. He's actually, Xanathar, I think, is going to be a character in Dragon Heist, which comes out, I want to say September. Which is a level 1 through 5 adventure module about setting up like a big heist movie. And I think that's kind of interesting. Like, I've never seen a module done like that. And that's something else I actually need to do, just me rambling as always. I want to go back into 2nd edition and 3rd edition and take a look at some adventure modules. And I can do that in Pathfinder too. Look at these interesting adventure modules and just read them and just see what they come about with stories. Either way, this was a short video. Said Hipster Beholder. I think it's a fun idea. If you have the right player for it, I think it would be a fun experience to let players actually play some of the more powerful monsters. Like maybe pick here is a CR gap or like challenge rating level. Anything under it is acceptable. And then we will go from there and figure out where to add in like maybe levels to character or character levels and everything like that. And maybe do it as like a one-shot or like a very small campaign. But either way, I've been Brian, and may your dice always be natural 20s. I don't know. I'm still trying to work on this outro. You guys have a nice day.